hoping that in all this P. Diddy nonsense that we're gonna finally find out what Solange Knowles was so mad at Jay-Z about in this elevator after the Met Gala in 2014.
As a close friend of Jay-Z, what was your reaction to him opening up about his infidelities in the Family Feud video?
Yeah. I mean, that's what music gives you the power to do.
You know that Beyoncé waited a long time before she stepped in between them.
People keep looking at him like he's the Sputnik that came out of nowhere. This is someone who was designed to be what he is. We gotta stop making ditties.
Oh gosh, the Queen Bee herself might be getting dethroned, and plot twist. It's her own sister who's spilling all the tea. That's right, we're talking about Beyoncé and Solange. And trust me, this family drama is juicier than a Georgia peach. Remember that infamous elevator incident? Well, buckle up, because it seems like that was just the tip of the iceberg.
She is kicking his behind. And the security guard's trying to hold her back. Beyoncé's next to Jay-Z in the corner.
Okay, let's break this down. Apparently, Solange is finally ready to expose Beyoncé's alleged role as Jay-Z's partner in some seriously shady business. We're not just talking about a little side-eye anymore, folks. This is full-on, earth-shattering tea. Now, we've all heard the whispers for years. Solange and Jay-Z, not exactly BFFs. But now, it looks like Solange isn't just throwing shade at her brother-in-law. She's got some choice words for her own sister, too. Can you even imagine how bad things must be for Solange to start talking? Let's rewind a bit. Solange has never been shy about showing her feelings towards Jay-Z. Remember those moments when people would ask her about her superstar brother-in-law and she'd dodge those questions faster than a celebrity avoiding paparazzi? Yeah, that's been going on for years, but
do you think that Jay-Z is doing the right thing by teaming up with the NFL, or do you think that's kind of hypocritical of him?
But now, besties, we're not just talking about side eyes and awkward silences. Recent bombshell allegations suggest that Solange has gone from giving Jay-Z the cold shoulder to throwing some serious shade at Beyoncé too. And the reason? Hold on to your wigs, because this is wild. Apparently, Beyoncé isn't just playing the role of supportive wife. Oh no, rumor has it she's been Jay-Z's partner in crime. Literally. There's buzz that she's been the mastermind behind some of Jay-Z's shadiest moves, with none other than Diddy in the mix too.
And then both of them, they was talking about something amongst each other, amongst all of us, and laughing and joking with each other.
Now, if you thought this was just about some family drama, think again. This tea is scalding hot and could have some serious consequences. Fans are speculating that Solange's beef with Jay-Z might run deeper than we ever imagined, and Diddy's shady crew could be at the center of it all. Here's the kicker. Allegedly, Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyoncé have been moving like one powerful unit for years, doing who knows what behind the scenes. And if Solange has got the receipts, well, let's just say it's not just Diddy who's sweating bullets right now. Speaking of Diddy, let's talk about the legal storm he's been caught in lately. We're talking lawsuits piling up faster than his hit records. The allegations are heavy. We're talking SA, trafficking, physical and emotional harm. It's a list longer than a CVS receipt, y'all. As investigators dig deeper, more names are popping up in those court documents. And guess whose names keep coming up? That's right, Jay-Z and Beyoncé. The power couple themselves are allegedly part of Diddy's inner circle, but here's where it gets even spicier. Word on the street is that some celebs have started singing like canaries to the feds. And one name that keeps coming up? Solange.
Other names are going to come up. Sean will talk. That's why Jay-Z is running. That's why Jay-Z is nervous.
Besties, can you imagine? If things get too hot for Solange, she could blow this whole thing wide open and expose Jay-Z and Beyoncé. The fallout could be epic. We're talking career-ending, reputation-ruining kind of epic. Now let's dive even deeper into this rabbit hole. Some fans are speculating that Diddy might not even be the top dog in all this shady business. Rumor has it there's an even bigger power pulling the strings behind the scenes. And who's being whispered about? Jay-Z himself. Think about it, Diddy's always been vocal about Jay-Z over the years. When you look at Diddy's history, it's like he's always been the right-hand man for someone with even more influence.
Then over the years, I see them giving garden parties. You understand what I'm saying? You could tell that
people are saying that Diddy might have been helping out his industry buddies, including Jay-Z, with some of their more questionable activities. We're talking about those infamous parties and freak-offs that have long been rumored in Hollywood. Diddy's name has always been in the mix, but now it's being suggested that he wasn't just attending, he might have been organizing these events for people high up the food chain. And if Jay-Z is on that list, well, things could get real messy for Beyoncé real fast. Let's talk about Diddy's lawsuit for a hot second. It brings up some wild claims referring to his alleged encounters as freak-offs that supposedly went down in different hotel suites, including the Trump International Hotel in NYC. One of the big allegations is that Diddy got involved in some pretty extreme stuff with Cassie, even directing her to engage with male escorts while he watched. The lawsuit also mentions that Cassie was told to cover herself in oil and take part in these encounters with multiple men, sometimes while they wore masks and costumes. I mean, this is some 50 shades of cray-cray right here.
With the male. They had to be for both of them. They was in the room, right? You're right. It's a freak-off section.
And just when you thought this tea couldn't get any hotter, enter Jaguar Wright. She's back at it, being super vocal about Jay-Z too. She's throwing out some heavy claims, saying there's a common link between some pretty notorious figures like Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, and R. Kelly. And that link is Jay-Z. Yep, she went there, hinting that the music mogul's connections run way deeper and darker than most people think.
Everyone knew he was the devil. He's been the devil for 30 years.
Now, if you've been following all the gossip and controversies surrounding these big names, this isn't exactly shocking. Jay-Z has always had that mysterious vibe. Massive success, but there's always been a hint of something shady in the background. And Jaguar? Well, she's never been one to hold back from stirring things up. Whether people buy into what she's saying or not, she's definitely grabbing more attention now, especially with Diddy's legal troubles in the spotlight.
He's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
But hold up, besties. Here's a twist that might throw a wrench in all that gossip. Remember those rumors about Beyoncé being right in the middle of the drama at one of Diddy's notorious parties? Well, sources are saying that Beyoncé had already left by the time the alleged incident even happened. Talk about a plot twist.
In Diddy's living room.
I heard you.
Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture of Jay-Z and Beyoncé's relationship. Their story is so wild that it feels like it could only be real, but there are definitely some flashing red flags that can't be ignored. Fans have been piecing together the timeline of their romance since day one, which makes sense considering how little they share about their private lives. It's interesting how they can be super private at times, yet don't shy away from airing their dirty laundry in their songs. Maybe it's because this power couple knows exactly how to play the game, especially with everyone so curious about the ins and outs of their relationship. And speaking of curious moments, remember when 50 Cent shared that eyebrow-raising story about Beyoncé jumping in to defend Jay-Z? Apparently, while chatting in Las Vegas, 50 Cent went to greet Jay-Z, and Beyoncé literally leapt off a windowsill to protect her husband.
She jumped down. She was like on a windowsill.
Right.
We was in Vegas. She said, "Come on, I'm talking to her." She jumped down. She was like, "Duh, duh, duh." And I'm like, "Wait, what is she doing?"
That stuff, that's me and Jay-Z stuff.
But according to Jaguar Wright, that close bond between Beyoncé and Jay-Z might be hiding something shady. Remember those old rumors about their marriage being more of a business deal? Well, it looks like Jaguar thinks those were spot on, because apparently Beyoncé is just sticking to the deal. Jaguar even claims she's witnessed Jay-Z and Kanye West hooking up with other men. But here's the million-dollar question. Why has Beyoncé never bothered to address any of this? At first, people thought Jaguar's claims were pretty wild and hard to believe. But as time went on, especially with the whole Diddy situation, something she's been calling out for years, her words started to hit differently. As more people got pulled into the drama, her stories began to make more sense. Jaguar claims Jay-Z is a master manipulator, using his power to control people's careers and even their personal lives. According to her, he's cheated on Beyoncé with several women, including Rihanna, Foxy Brown, and Rosario Dawson. She also said he's blackballed artists who didn't want to work with him or who spoke out against him, like Beanie Siegel, Freeway, and Emil.
Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
But wait, there's more. Jaguar goes even further, claiming that Beyoncé has been using spells and mind control tactics to keep herself in power and maintain control over people. She even suggests that Beyoncé has used these tricks to keep Jay-Z completely tied down. And then there's Jaguar's take on Aaliyah's tragic death, which really adds to the intrigue. She claims that when Aaliyah passed, Beyoncé's solo career was struggling and she desperately needed something big to push her to superstardom. According to Jaguar, Aaliyah's untimely death gave Beyoncé the boost she needed, ultimately helping her rise to become the queen of many hearts.
By the way, wasn't this all around the time when Aaliyah died?
Yeah.
And Beyonce's solo career was struggling?
As Aaliyah's memory starts to fade, it raises a big question. How long are we going to let the same people benefit from these repeated tragedies? Some people think it's long overdue for those involved to be held accountable, and even fans are rallying behind Jaguar for speaking out in defense of their beloved Aaliyah. Now let's talk about all the speculation out there. We've got everything from theories about who the pilot really was to the most out there claim that the Illuminati was involved in Aaliyah's death, all to make way for Beyoncé's rise to superstardom. Some people actually believe this was all part of some master plan to help Queen Bey reach the top. One journalist, Cathy White, even jumped into the conversation and shared her thoughts on Aaliyah's death. She said she was upset when Aaliyah passed away, wondering why Aaliyah was so adamant about getting on that plane. It's a question that's haunted many fans over the years. The theory suggests that the Illuminati chose Beyoncé to carry the torch, while Aaliyah, who was trying to break free from the industry's control, became a threat. According to this idea, that's why Beyoncé got the push, because Aaliyah's desire for independence made her dangerous to the system.
This is Beyonce on the red carpet with one of the hottest female artists out here, Miss Aaliyah. How you doing, girl?
It's so good to see you again.
You too. She's just looking fabulous.
But the drama doesn't stop there, besties. Jay-Z's name is getting pulled back into the spotlight over Cathy White's mysterious death. Remember a few years ago when there were rumors flying about Jay having a side chick named Cathy White while he was married to Beyoncé? Well, things just got a whole lot messier. Cathy passed away under mysterious circumstances, which sparked a ton of conspiracy theories. There wasn't much solid evidence at the time linking Jay to anything criminal, but some people speculated that something shady was going on. It's wild how little information exists about Cathy White, who reportedly died in 2011. Now, journalist Liz Crokin has stirred things up again by revealing that she spoke with Cathy right before her death. Liz is even hinting that Jay-Z's time might be running out and fans are buzzing. To make things even crazier, old blog posts are resurfacing, claiming that Cathy was spotted hanging out with both Jay-Z and Diddy. The plot just keeps thickening.
You wanna know what makes Diddy being publicly shamed like this so left?
What's that?
Sean Carter is worse.
The fact that Jay was already married to Beyoncé when he was allegedly trying to get with Cathy definitely doesn't sit well with people. It's left some wondering, was Beyoncé trying to manipulate Cathy into something shady, especially since Bey has a history of being accused of manipulating people for her own gain? And apparently Cathy isn't the only one on the list. There are rumors that Usher might be another one of her so-called victims. Some folks are pointing to his recent interview on the Club Shay Shay podcast. When the host asked Usher if there was any collaboration he regretted in his career, his response has people speculating even more. In the podcast, Usher dropped this bombshell. "You gonna hate me for this one. Jay-Z, Pharrell, Diddy, and me were supposed to be a group. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't say no. I didn't say yeah. I think that we just got caught up. We all got caught up in the moment. We were talking about it and having secret meetings about it." Now, for some, this sparks the theory that Beyoncé might have been working behind the scenes to sabotage the collaboration. While Usher has teamed up with Diddy, Jay-Z, and Pharrell individually, that epic foursome never managed to drop a track together. It's got people wondering if there was more going on that meets the eye. Usher even shared a charming story about meeting Beyoncé when she was part of the girl group The Dolls, managed by Daryl Simmons. When the Dolls came to Atlanta for the first time, Usher, being the responsible teenager, was asked to look after them. But the situation he allegedly witnessed was nothing but alarming. What he supposedly saw and what he went through after is unsettling.
Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, damn, pause.
This might be why many people have thrown shade at Puffy over the years, especially regarding those rumored all-male parties he supposedly organized. There's been talk that these gatherings involved younger men, and Usher's experiences at Flavor Camp often come up in the conversation.
I moved to New York City.
and I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you
New
over
York
to
City.
something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
Now, according to Usher, talking about being with Diddy, Jay-Z, and others at those flavor camps, it makes you wonder, could Beyoncé have been the mastermind behind all that? If Jay-Z was attending those parties and Beyoncé is basically his right hand, why wouldn't it be possible? All these rumors and mess might have become unbearable for Solange, which exploded when she attacked Jay in that infamous elevator incident. Security footage captured a striking moment when Solange unleashed her anger on Jay-Z, with Beyoncé standing silently by. The scene shows Solange yelling at Jay-Z and even physically striking him, providing a stark contrast to the carefully curated image of happiness and unity that the couple had always presented to the public. But here's the real kicker, besties. It seems that Solange didn't just go after Jay-Z. Insiders say she was actually aiming to attack Beyoncé. Reports suggest she's threatening to expose the power couple, which adds a whole new layer to the drama. Solange is definitely known for her fearlessness in confronting Jay-Z, as shown by her past willingness to stand up to him, even if it leads to confrontation. It's clear she's not holding back when it comes to protecting her sister. One person wrote, "It's about the cheating, but it ain't all about that. He did something disrespectful to make her act like that. One thing life has taught me, it won't matter how beautiful and successful you are, men get tired of you." Another added, "When you stick at somebody else's business, hoes call it whatever you want, that's not love anymore. I don't care who says it and how they say it, it's not. When you love someone, with that comes respect and with that comes loyalty." So, is Solange cutting ties with both J and B now? Are we talking about a full-on family feud? Fans have been dying to know what exactly went down behind the scenes, but one thing's clear, Solange isn't here for the Jay-Z empire, and she's making sure we know it. Tell us in the comment section. Goodbye. Goodbye.